star a little less than 5 billion years ago. A star that would leave just the right ingredients for 8 planets and countless worlds to form in her shadow. Jupiter came first, the godfather that would cast its hand across all that was to follow, shaping the destiny of the solar system as it wandered near and far. In Mars, it would leave a world too small to fulfill its potential, chasing the destiny of its nearest sibling before rapidly settling down. Venus would soon follow, an oasis in its earliest of days, choked by the intensifying grip of its atmosphere. Just like Mercury, it would find itself too close to the sun to hold on to its charms. Only one planet, our own, has held on to its oceans beneath the thinnest of veils. A world that, through the luck of its formation, has not only sparked life, but nurtured it as well. For 4 billion years, our planet has been stable long enough to allow the most curious of minds to evolve, look up, and explore. This is our story. A story that we now know not only has a beginning and a middle, but an end too. An end that will see the islands of life in our solar system shift from one world to another, until perhaps in the final days of our star, it will be Saturn that harbors a world where a life form can call it a home. We've written this story not with imagination, but with exploration. A story that is the very greatest of illusions that will be added to and heightened as it is passed down the generations to come. Where it will end up, I do not know. Lost with our planet, or carried onwards to distant worlds, its destiny and our destiny are unmistakably entwined. Why do we explore? Some people ask. Shouldn't we focus on solving our problems here on Earth before spending time and energy and resources reaching for the stars? Well, I think that focusing entirely on our mote of dust would be a profound mistake. It would mean that we've taken the decision to sit huddled in a tiny corner of the solar system, wondering what we're doing here. It would mean that we've taken the decision to take on ourselves for ever more precious resources, confined below a thin shell of air to the two-dimensional surface of a small rock, rather than following the three-dimensional path marked out by the lights on it. We need to shift our focus. We live in a solar system of wonder, of planets of storms and moons of ice, of landscapes and vistas that stir the imagination and enrich the soul. A system of limitless resources, limitless beauty, and limitless potential. If we don't go there, we'll never go anywhere. And if we go nowhere, then we'll have no future at all. To the Romans, Jupiter was the king of the gods, the ruler of the heavens, and a figure of power who drove forward the all-conquering Roman army with a thunderbolt in one hand and an eagle by his side. The name Jupiter itself means sky father, and it's constructed from the Latin words dies, day or sky, and pater, father. And, as is often the case with mythology, there is a truth lurking amongst the legend. In size alone, Jupiter is by far the biggest planet in the solar system. Its mass is a staggering 1,900 trillion kilograms. That's 200 times bigger than all of the other planets in our solar system combined. It's so big, in fact, that if you were an alien species observing our system from another part of the galaxy, the sun of Jupiter might well be all you could see. With a diameter of 142,984 kilometers at the Jovian equator, the Earth would fit inside Jupiter over 1,300 times. And yet this giant of a planet is made almost entirely of gas, comprising 89% hydrogen and 10% helium. It is far less condensed than any of the rocky planets, and has a density far smaller than that of the Earth, 1.326 grams per cubic centimetre, compared with Earth's 5.513 grams per cubic centimetre. For all of its size, Jupiter also has the shortest day of any planet, completing a single rotation every 9 hours, 55 minutes and 30 seconds, as it whips around on its axis at 45,000 kilometers an hour. In the last 50 years, our knowledge of Jupiter has grown exponentially, and with it we've gained...
Excuse me, jeez. Alright, so that's the kind of testing I do once in a while and I'm allowed to in the past, because especially showing you. But that's the kind of lack of faith I have sometimes. It's just too good to be true. The divination. Responses are always right on. So let's see if they are. Excuse me. Ooh, barely fits. This is the lower one, so it usually doesn't apply, maybe, to the past. Grace or simplicity, a white horse comes as if on wings. He's not a robber. He will woo at the right time. I hope that's not death coming. An individual is in a situation in which doubts arise as to which is better, to pursue the grace of external brilliance or return to simplicity. Hope simplicity isn't a, what do you call it? A byword for another word for death. The doubt itself implies the answer. The white color does indicate simplicity. At first, it may be disappointing to renounce comforts that might have been obtained, yet one finds peace of mind in a true relation with a friend who courts him. The horse is a symbol of the thoughts that transcend all space and time. Sounds like death to me. Of course, it doesn't do. I mean, I'm just saying this for dramatic appeal to you. It sounds like, or obscure, is what it really sounds like. And then I think of Amanda. And then I think of some ugly lady coming over and saying, hey, dude, come on, let's go. We'll have good talks.
Nana, here is your reminder.
And no sex.
Take Millie out for a walk.
I already did. Who's Nana? Who you call Nana? Who called Nana? I resemble those remarks. Let's see how much time we have. Uh-oh, that was prescient. Let's see how much time we have. Fit it all? No. Doink. Well. Beautiful like a pure white. Like a sword. I've never gotten this one before. Seriously, martial ally. Wow. We know that the army always means that I'm in the center of getting shit done. It's been corruption on the outside. Don't forget I'm youthful folly on the inside. In other words, youthful folly always applies to me. Corruption, this is some kind of external job I have. Although I try to apply it inside. because I've been there, done that. To an extent, never to the extent they do it. Like a suitor coming. This is time to express your conviction, get started, explore. New possibilities shine brightly. It's hard to see what substance there might be beneath this gleaming white. You might suspect a fake. Come to steal your time and energy. Ooh, that is death. So this white horse symbolizes death to me, maybe, but it's not. But it's lighting up beginnings. You could say death is a new beginning, though. You will not lose anything that you encounter, and there's a potential for great gains through partnership. Are we talking about work again, or what? So this is the top one that usually applies. It looks great. The pure white, simple grace. Grace means undeserved kindness. So either the source of, going to be a source of undeserved kindness and the receiver of it. Here, the highest stage of development. So all ornament can be the start. Now you could say ornament means any type of beauty of flesh. My form, you could say. My earthly body is, this could be death. White beauty, I could become an angel. No mistake. Maybe I'm right. Like on Death Clock or Blake. See, it's so symbolic. This could be me being a great person still and having work to do, or it could be me on my way out. Could be me trying to avoid injury and remaining inconspicuous. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I mean, how it comes to that by white beauty. Put a negative spin on it. I don't need to be faking anything. Cool. Hold on. It'd be nice to fit this into one. Oops. That's the opposite. Well, that's not gonna fit. Well, just because these other ones might be interesting. Oh, it's okay, Billy. I agree. Yeah. I hit stop instead of pause. Just on an odd note. Let me get these things. I just woke up. Let me get these all transitioning to new colors. was coming. Do you remember in January? Oops. I had a divination about the rats that said leave a way out for them, so they, if they want to, they can avoid the king's hunt. Because I just called the exterminator. Confirmation. And I left the door open for 12 hours and they all left. However many there were, I don't know. At least one. Remember? Anyways, remember also I thought that they were cool because they were so sleek and black like panthers. And they are. I know that you can have rats as a pet. You know? I know they're smart. You don't want to kill them. Anyways. Keep smelling pee, right? Rat pee. It's probably real, but then again, I was driving in the car and I know that there's no rat pee in the car whatsoever. There's no article of clothing or anything. So it's almost like it's stuck in my nose, like I'm making it up because I keep smelling it here, you know? I mean, it could possibly be in that couch. It's torn, but I didn't see any evidence that there was any pee in there. It'd be hard to pee in there. Could be on the carpet, and I just can't see it. But I wonder if I'm making it up. I feel like I have some trauma from it. Because you saw it. That was 2 months of them just tearing up things, and becoming more and more real. Oh yeah, there really is one in here. Ripped up my carpet trying to get out when I closed the door of this bedroom or that bedroom. Anyways, they all escaped because of this. Because of God. So anyways, that's why I'd be saying I'm going to write this first somewhere else. I'm going to test it because it's so perfect. So these are the answers to whether or not I can make these gloomy thoughts of death a self-fulfilling prophecy. And slight hints of it once in a while, pretty far back now, in my divinations. That could be symbolic, but anyways, you're at a crossroads. You choose the path of adornment and pursuit of external brilliance, or you can choose the path of modest simplicity. I don't know what they're talking about, but in the sense of you can choose to live on, or you can choose to simply die. You may regret the choice because you fear that you are giving up the prestige of a glittering life. I may not get peace of mind from continuing to, let me read it that way, from continuing to live. The relentless pursuit of the prize of life is never ending. It never fills that lack inside of me. But the path of honesty and simplicity will bring rich rewards, friendship, trustworthy associates, meaningful relationships with others. That will do it. This white horse is not a robber. Death seeks marriage. Did I copy that? I'm sure I did, but uh-oh, that didn't copy well. Let's do it again. My RAM is filling up. Yeah, I had to stop it. I hit stop instead of pause. A minute ago. Oops, hold on. Anything else needed? An 80%. Accept this difficult task that releases bound energy and delivers from sorrow. The situation's already changing. Uh-oh. Does death release your energy? Yes, we know it does. Let's take this one. In line 6, time for mere adornment is past. White is the color of simplicity and plainness. Perfect grace and beauty. No more allergic to the dog. Form and adornment have no independent existence, but naturally express the substance of things. It's time to discard all pretense when dealing with others. Do not try to impress. Give up attempts to display. You've nothing to hide. No need to pretend you're something you're not. Ornament and ostentation are completely unnecessary now. Just be sincere and true to yourself. Who I am will avoid mistakes, and everything will go as it should. It'd be hard to read death into that one. Yeah, no. Oh, look at that. I can fit it all. Spread light, warmth, clarity. Don't be afraid to act alone. You're connected to a creative force. We'll cut that out, but we'll keep this in. So the last two will fit. Okay, so that's only the comparing. What is... Oh, abundance. Whoa, baby. Oh. Abundance. What? Let's rock through that real quick and take a picture of... We'll just see if it has anything to do with death. There's a cornucopia of wealth, of resources, choices, tasks, and demands. It comes from when Wen died and his son Wu had to decide whether to observe the prescribed period of mourning or not, and he decided not to. Heaven's mandate, conquer. In a time of abundance, you find that despite what you have lost, there's a new charge given to you that leaves no place for sorrow or anxiety. So I march out and make progress. Sounds like I'm not going to be dying. Not today. Uh-oh. Deciding legal proceedings. Oh, boy. And brings about punishment. Oh, no. Don't bring me back to fucking... You know what. Fighting corruption. Corruption can be applied to death, too. Maybe I can help bring no death to anyone. Remember, I have divinated that, and it said something like, we'll see in time. We'll see if we can stop dying. We'll talk about it later. Remember that? Yeah, it's one of the old ones I've just brought up, I'm sure. When FB asks you, do you want to see some old memories? I just went from, just made them visible. Don't be sad. Be like the sun. So this is just the middle of my life. That's what I'm getting from this. It's like, dude, you're going to be plainly unadorned yet shine. Oops. Everything is possible. Relationships will flourish. Your ambitions can be achieved. Make the most of this time. Like the sun, do what you can to illuminate the world, to make your fellow creatures warm and happy. Oh, girls, come into my parlor, said the spider to the fly. If you want to perpetuate these great times, which means life on Earth, let's go to 5D, please. In fact, let's throw in another D. How about 5 plus 1? How about 5 plus 8? People will envy you and refuse to cooperate with you if you become fearful and obsessed that people are trying to take things from you. You will drain your energy. Where are you getting this? Where are you getting this interpretation from? The translation carries out punishments again. Jesus, this image. Upbeat, and optimistic. People are influenced, live in the present. Don't mourn your lack of advantages in the past. Yesterday is gone. It will not return. Tomorrow has not yet arrived. Okay, like I said, we can't take a picture of everything, but we can take a movie of it, and we can pause it later to see what it said. It's not given to every mortal to bring about a time of outstanding greatness and abundance. Only born ruler of men is able to do it, because his will be directed to what is great. Only a man who is inwardly free of sorrow can lead. Sounds like a plan for somebody. Look at that. Shock terror gives prerequisition for clearing of the atmosphere by a thunderstorm of a criminal trial. What? Receive the mandate. Cut through legal arguments and let punishment take place. After quarrels and sorrows. I don't know. What, this is too much information. You could make it any of these be what you want. Not endlessly, but definitely seems to have something to do with, life, not being dead. Let's see. I will put my question to Spirit in after, because it is so right on so often, and I want to test to reinvigorate my trust in the divine. Probably won't fit now, but we shall see. I didn't think I could do a carriage return. Well, that didn't fit. Well, we know what it says. I just lost that last line, that's all. But it's still there. I do not want my Hapbex hexagram what? Responses to nail it to reality, do you? Okay, I'll put it together.